Hello and welcome back once again to Belmont Bunch. Busy night for the channel with the Jets active in the draft. They just took their second pick. I think I'm going to do a separate video for that. The New York Islanders take care of their own business. Didn't get much help with an overtime game between Pittsburgh and Washington for home ice, but let's not get greedy. They had to make sure that they got one of these two Ranger games. I said it in the previous recap and in the weekly recap with James. This was 100% essential to win one of these games. And now you give yourself the opportunity to snuff out the Rangers Saturday. This was one of the best responses the Jets have had all year to adversity. The Islanders have had in response to adversity. Tonight was just end to end, just so great. There's only a couple of nitpicky things I've got. First period, they're able to get two by not Georgiev. I was surprised the Rangers didn't go to Georgiev. His numbers against the Islanders historically are a lot better, and that's just Dan Quinn, I think, not handling his goalies right, in my opinion. I would have pushed to maybe start Georgiev both games against the Islanders, but that's just me. First period, you get a goal from Leo. The Islanders push right out of the gate. Ton of zone time, I should say. Not getting pucks on net, but more so I was impressed by the zone time they were able to get early on. Jordan Eberle with a great cross-ice pass to Leo. It's a great finish from Leo. It took some finishing to the pass because he still had to, snipe it by, and he did snipe it. It reminded me a little bit of Ross Johnston's snipe against Tampa last year, where it's just one of those he did that. So 1-0 there. They would get a second goal later in the period. They had a little bit, last minute. For a second, it looked like the Rangers might have a couple chances. The Islanders do a good job of, taking that pressure and pushing it somewhere else, as Patrick Starr would say. The second goal was a power play goal from Wahlstrom, and it's a very simple thing. You had more guys on the ice than them, and one of your better shots, one of your players with a better shot, just ripped one home, and there was a little bit of traffic, but just a clean, nice, real good shot from Wally, who has had some jump in the last game or so. So, I think that's a little bit of player management, not load management, but Trott's doing a really good job. He's been doing this long enough to maybe know how to treat rookies and to, scratch him for a few games. And also it was warranted because Wahlstrom was not playing well, but kind of re-energize him, get the hunger back going. And I think it worked. Wahlstrom looked a lot better tonight than he had in that 10-game stretch where I think he was a -9 and he didn't have any points. He has looked good since he's been reinstalled into the lineup. Second period, also a pretty good period. There were, towards the back end of the period, Varley had to make some really good saves. Varley, great job tonight. Not a ton of grade A scoring chances for the Rangers. Panarin didn't do much tonight. I think, there was a Strome breakaway in the first, and there were a few chances here and there in the second. Not really much in the third. The Islanders lay it down in the third. Big part of this is the penalty kill. And I guess a nitpicky thing would be there were some penalties I wasn't a big fan of. Most annoying was the Matt Barzal hit from behind, boarding, whatever. Just stupid. Just a really stupid play. You're up 4-0. You've decimated a team. You don't give them things to get energized around. Do what, you should be looking to do more of what Clutterbuck did, which is reverse a hit. A guy gets hurt and you hope Lindgren's okay. But it shouldn't be, going out of your way to commit penalties. Barzal, we've talked about it throughout the year. The penalties are a problem. He needs to, and this may be a little bit about something we talked about in the weekly recap, which is maybe wearing his heart on his sleeve, is not great because it's very obvious you can get under his skin and then he can, commit a stupid penalty out of anger. So that is like the nitpick. Outside of that, everybody pretty good. This lineup has obviously earned itself another go. Zajac out of the lineup. Leo looked really good. Palmieri still a little bit better from Palmieri, I would say. A little bit better. He was able to hold on to the puck a little bit, create a couple of chances here and there. Still hasn't been great from him. But I'm not going to dwell on the bad stuff. Big win. Boston also winning, so they're, right on us. But, you can put it to bed, put all the stress to bed with a win on Saturday. And, this is one of those wins. I saw somebody on Twitter saying it's like Winnipeg from a couple of years ago where they were struggling and then they came back against Winnipeg from like 2-0 down early. So really reinvigorating win for the Islanders and pretty good night if you're an Islander and a Jet fan so far. And we'll see you for the Saturday game. And hopefully we're celebrating clinching. That's it. We'll see you next time on Belmont Bunch.